Okay, I have 6 questions here, and I want to attempt all. The first one from Ada, AIT, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Why before now have we not been hearing of arrests and consequences? I don't think that we have not been hearing of arrests and consequences. I'm aware that the first PRO and the PROs in the commands have always been making it public when they make arrests, when arrests are made. These days, almost on daily basis, I see in the news reports of arrests made by the police. But if you are talking about arrests of these attackers, I can remember in the Benue, there was a plateau issue before Benue. And I know that the first PRO went on the air when we started making arrests. Some arrests were made, we actually made arrests in the plateau attacks, and those arrested have been taken to court. Maybe we need to do more with our publicity. First PRO, yes. That's a challenge to you. Make sure that when these arrests are made, you ensure that they are very well publicized. Okay? And when we take them to court too, please inform members of the public that they have been taken to court. Yes, I'm aware that it's okay to blame security when things happened. It's okay, but when we are blaming security agencies, let us not forget that the terrain is vast, and some of this terrain are also difficult. Some with no access road, some mountainous, some with no telecommunication network. These are challenges. I'm not saying this as an excuse. I'm not giving excuses. I'm only saying it for you to know that we are aware of these limitations and that we are working seriously to address these challenges. I want to thank Mr. President for the support that he has been giving us. We cannot possibly deploy personnel to cover all the spaces. It's a vast terrain. And these communities are scattered all over. You have thousands of them, isolated, scattered all over. So it's not possible for us to deploy our personnel to cover all the spaces. We can't possibly cover every square meter of the space. But I can tell you that what we cannot cover with manpower, we will cover with technology. And very soon, we will sit down in our offices and see the criminals committing crimes on the streets, even in the far remote areas of our communities. We will be able to sit down in our offices and see them and even respond to them. So that time is coming very soon. We are working on it. And it's going to happen. In the life of this administration, it's going to happen. Then the question from Odita. It's a return of bombing incidents. Okay, you mentioned about bombing incidents in Borno and Kano. Well, I don't know. Yes, I am aware of the suicide bombing that occurred in Borno recently. But in Kano, there was no bombing in Kano. What happened was there was an explosion. A truck came from Yobe State with metal scraps, loaded with metal scraps. Unknown to the company who brought the metal scraps to Kano, the metal scraps contained UXOs. UXOs are unexploded ordnance, military ordnance that are not exploded. They look like metals. If you see them in battle areas where the military have operated. When you see them, they look like normal metals. So these scavengers will pick them and put them in their scraps. And that was what happened in Kano. So it was not a case of IED, it was a case of UXO exploding. So there was no bombing in Kano. Then the third one was on what is the police doing about proliferation of light weapons. We are doing a lot to mop up arms everywhere. All the command CPs are working towards mopping up arms in their respective jurisdiction. We have also recovered so many of these arms. Almost on daily basis, we recover arms. In the Yelwa attack, we made arrests and we recovered arms. 2 GPMG were recovered by our IRT. 2 GPMG and 8 AK-47 rifles. So these arms will recover on daily basis. And I can also assure you that a lot is being done to address the porosity of our borders where these illicit arms come from. So the police are doing a lot. Then the fourth one is from Olayemi Eson. Issues of civilians using the name of the IGP to discharge cases at police stations, and even officers going around dropping the name of IG, supporting their illegality with the name of IG. We have warned severally, we have alerted members of the public severally through several publications, alerting members of the public that some individuals are fond of dropping the name of the Inspector General of Police. The IGP would not want to be associated with anything that is illegal or anything that is dirty. So even when police officers go around and say that they are from IG, they are from IG, while perpetrating their illegality. If you know that these policemen are not doing the right thing and they are saying that they are from IG, just know that they are lying to you. The IG will not send them on anything that will bring embarrassment to the Nigerian police. So please take note of that. This is another opportunity for us to sound this to the public. Then, Kingsley from Vanguard wants clarification on is it the number of arrests made, or because when you say 26 or 28, you say you want to know whether it's 26 or 28. I think this figure relates to the number of arrests made. 28 of them were initially arrested, but 2 were found, they were not suspects per se. 2 of them were the people used by IRT to arrest some of these suspects. So they were not suspects. So there were 26, not 28, that were arrested. Then if you are talking about the number of casualties in that incident, the number is 47 persons were confirmed killed in that incident. That's the number you can verify. All other figures you hear they cannot be substantiated. You can't verify them. 47 persons were killed. But you see, sometimes you hear 49. Some people say 49, some will say 47. 47 persons were killed, then 2 bandits were neutralized. Because when these bandits came, they first of all attacked the police station in that community. Unknown to them, that police station has been reinforced previously by the Commissioner of Police. So they met resistance. They were repelled at the police station. In the course of exchange of fire between the bandits and the police, 2 of the bandits were neutralized in that incident. So when you hear 49, just know that 2 out of that 49 are bandits neutralized by the police in that incident, while 47 persons were innocent villagers that were gruesomely murdered in that attack. Then Festus, your question, if I get it right, is that people who abuse government officials are being arrested by the police. No, we don't arrest anybody for abusing anybody. Have you not seen how they abuse the IG on the social media? Have you heard we arrested anybody for abusing the IG? They have been abusing me. I don't care about the abuse. You can abuse me, you can criticize me. If your criticism is constructive, it's going to help me to be on my toes. I will do more. So I welcome criticism. You can abuse me if you like. I don't care. So we will not arrest anybody for abusing government officials. But the Cybercrime Act makes it an offense, a criminal offense, for anybody to publish falsehood against anybody, whether public official or private individual. If you publish falsehood that can injure the personality of that other person, it's an offense. It's a criminal offense. Before the Cybercrime Act, it was a civil offense. Then the complainant will be advised to go and take civil action. But with the Cybercrime Act that we have, if you publish falsehood against any individual, you are committing a criminal offense and you can be picked up, you can be arrested and charged to court. If we arrest you for such offense, we don't take you to our houses or anywhere, we take you to the court. So the police will not arrest anybody who abuses a government official. But if you publish falsehood against that public official and the public official complain against you, you are liable to arrest. We will arrest you and charge you to court. I know many times falsehood have been published against me and I will just be quiet. It's because of my sensitive position. If I were to be a private individual, I will complain against them and I will go after them. I hope that is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you said some people were saying that Abuja is not safe. Who said so? US Embassy. They said Abuja is not safe. I'm just hearing that. I'm not sure that was coming from US Embassy. I'm not. I hope you are not. I hope it's not a social media thing. Be careful. Huh? I am pleased to welcome you to this press briefing and to thank you for your support and partnership with the police in our efforts to provide security and safety for all Nigerians. As we will all recall, on June 13, 2025, between the hours of 20:30 hours and 0200 hours, armed militias invaded the Ilwata community in Guma local government area of Benue State, killing and maiming any soul on site. The invaders rampaged and pillaged the community, setting several houses ablaze and maliciously destroying other properties and people's means of livelihood. It was a coordinated attack of terror against the community. In this senseless and barbaric attack, 47 persons were confirmed killed, 27 persons sustained various degrees of injuries, while hundreds others have been displaced but not dead. The police and other security agencies responded with adequate deployment of personnel and resources, including deployment of tactical units and special forces to restore confidence in the affected community and neighboring communities. Also immediately deployed were detectives from our intelligence response team, who swung into action, launching a manhunt for the perpetrators of the heinous crime. I am pleased to inform you today that 26 persons directly connected to this crime have so far been arrested and their weapons recovered. On 19th June 2025, 2 prime suspects who were masterminds of this attack were apprehended from their hideout. This arrest led to the arrest of 7 other suspects the following day, 20/06/2025. They were picked up from various locations where they had fled, hoping to evade justice. On 21st June, another key suspect, in whose house the initial meeting to plan the attack was held, was arrested. On 22nd June, a major breakthrough was recorded with the arrest of 18 other suspects who directly took part in the killings. And on 23rd June, our detectives recovered 2 general-purpose machine guns and 8 AK-47 rifles, which were part of the weapons used during the attack. All 28 suspects are currently in custody and have voluntarily confessed to their individual and collective roles in this incident. As I speak, legal proceedings are being finalized and they will be arraigned in court without delay. We will go after anyone, planner or executor, who attacks any community in Nigeria. We will leave no stone unturned until every single individual responsible for the killing of innocent Nigerians is arrested and brought to justice. Similarly, on the 22nd June of 2025, a heartbreaking incident occurred in Mangu local government area of Plateau State, where a bus conveying passengers from Zaria was stopped and attacked by a mob. Tragically, 9 of the passengers were murdered and 3 sustained injuries before our teams could intervene and rescue the remaining 22 victims. So far, 22 suspects have also been arrested in connection with this gruesome act of mob violence. They too will face the full wrath of the law in court. Again, yesterday, 23/06/2025, another ugly incident was recorded in Benue State, where 2 persons traveling in a truck were killed at Agon area, North Bank, Makurdi. 5 persons connected to this incident have so far been arrested and will also be made to face the full weight of the law. The recent trend of reprisal killings, where innocent citizens are murdered in retaliation for crimes committed by others, is barbaric, senseless, and dangerous. It does not bring justice, it only fuels further hatred, inflames tension, and perpetuates the cycle of violence. I want to unequivocally condemn the recent spate of violence across our nation. This is not who we are. Violence is not the answer. I call on all Nigerians, regardless of religion, ethnicity, or background, to choose peace, embrace dialogue, and work together for the unity and prosperity of our country. I call on all communities across Nigeria to remain law-abiding, vigilant, and cooperative. The security agents deployed to your communities are there to protect you. Work with them, share information, stay calm. Together, we will overcome these dark forces. I must acknowledge that the breakthroughs we have recorded, both in Benue and Plateau States, would not have been possible without the strong collaboration and synergy with all security agencies. The Nigerian police force continues to work hand in hand with the military, DSS, NSCDC, and other partners in the pursuit of one common goal, to safeguard the lives and property of every Nigerian citizen. Our commitment to interagency cooperation remains firm and unshaken. I wish to thank Mr. President for providing the required support that facilitated the speedy arrest of the perpetrators of the Benue and Plateau massacre. Finally, I thank the Nigerian people for their continued cooperation. Your support strengthens our resolve. As we move forward, we appeal for even greater collaboration as we work tirelessly to rebuild trust, restore order, and ensure lasting peace across our dear country. Let the world know that Nigeria will not bow to terror. Our people will not be silenced by fear. We are not helpless. Nigeria is not hopeless. These criminals may have struck, but we will strike back with the full force of the law. We are not retreating, we are advancing. And we will not stop until every Nigerian can sleep with both eyes closed. The Nigerian Police Force will continue to work with other security agencies and indeed with all law-abiding citizens of this great country to hunt down every perpetrator of violence against our people, wherever they may be hiding. There is no hiding place, not in Benue, not in Plateau, not anywhere in this country. Thank you.